Well, you need to learn to listen. You need to learn to listen so you can see really what life is holding for you. You know, a guy, a mechanic, when he looks at the car, he don't see only the outside. He see the actual, all the pieces working together. Okay, he's able to see through the car and actually, because to see through it, all the pieces of it, because he knows about it. And he can listen. He can look at the car only from the outside, and he can tell a little bit what can go wrong with it, which parts, and knows where you need to look to get a better understanding of what's going on. When you work with energy, when you learn to listen, what does it mean work with energy? Energy is everywhere. Energy is, it's what pumps our heart. It's what directs the plants to the sun. Energy is everywhere. But when we learn to listen, we're able to look at life and see what is the forces that move the circumstances in our life. And then it's easy for us to do whatever we need. I'm sorry, I'm looking not always directly at you, because I'm gazing, and it helps me to see clearly in a vision how what it is, that the intention, what I'm trying to explain to you. And as I'm seeing it as a small movie in my head, or around me, there is some trees around me here, and I'm able to pick up on details that help me to then describe what I'm talking about more clearly. So it might be annoying for you that I'm not looking at you, but it's just because that I'm tuning in, I'm listening to my intention, and I'm bringing in information, and then I describe it to you. So, because I noticed in lots of my videos, my eyes just go places, and it's not because I'm not focused, it's because I am focused, and it's my way to gather information. Because I'm doing it very authentically. I didn't write a script and then I sharing with you. I'm set up to talk about a particular aspect of having a good life, which we need to have, and as a habit. And then I just use the moment to bring information, and then explain it to you. So I set an intention, and then I listen to it, and I pick up on things, and that's exactly what I want to teach you. And because you will do fine, you will do great at it. It's not hard. So maybe for some people it's hard to listen. They more care about um, judging and deciding already what is, instead of just listening to see what's going on. And when you listen, it's amazing. When you listen, you see what drives another person to act a certain way. Then you don't need to worry about it, or you are able to go or do things in a way that allow the situation to resolve without you being hurt in it, and also without hurting anybody else. It's, instead of going into conflict in something, you just go around it and find the path of least resistance, of where flow happens. And that That is very important, because people judging situations without looking into them, without listening first and then acting, but first acting just because they believe they know everything about it. And we don't know everything. We, even when we think we know, then a situation comes that shows us that we don't know. And if you do find yourself in this kind of situation, you will know that you're not feeling right, because you're gonna feel really uncomfortable. So it's not about changing the people around you or the situations around you. It's about you being comfortably flowing in your life. And then you will just be drawn faster to the things that you already have created in your life. So many times I know that when a desire comes to me, I know it's already been created, because thoughts or visions about things come to me, which I know that they're not of me, because I haven't, it's new, so I haven't, like, where do they come from? I didn't see anything, I didn't touch anything like this, and suddenly it comes to me so powerfully, a desire that I must do, for example, these videos or other stuff. So yeah, it happens because there is a reality of it somewhere, in a energy wise, and it comes to me, and then I channel it and do whatever I need to do, and it becomes. And it feels good for me to do that. And when I don't do that, I feel very bored, or just bored, I think, in life. Bored, and like nothing have any meaning. But when these desires come to me and I act upon it, I feel fulfilled in life. Because even though I don't have fully my desire, the journey is really, really fun. And what I do, the things that I personally do, that even though I hurt my back, and I had 2 discs coming out, and I had internal bleeding, or I had problems with my boss at work and we were fighting, or I was homeless and then I was alone. The ways that I learned to shift those things was by listening first and stop judging and thinking that I know everything. And even that I have experience and I know some stuff, I still go to this basic and I always listen. Because each day and each moment is different than the next. And listening is the most important. It's the number one first. When you listen, you're able to see things. When I'm listening, I'm able to see in the circumstance some kind of vision, or something I can see in my mind's eye in the situation. I can see something beyond what everybody else sees. Now maybe I'm crazy, but maybe I'm not, because I'm able to see what I need to do. And then when I do that, I feel much better. And I gave you some examples about what happened when you listen. And one of them was a story about some argument that I had with a boss of mine, which was really, actually was stealing from me. And I was standing up for myself, but the way I was standing up for myself was so powerful that it actually affected my well-being, which means I could not sleep well, and those little things are things that I care about. I care about sleeping well and enjoying my life. This is more important for me than having money or being better than anybody else. I prefer to just feel good in my life, in this journey, you know. And so what happened there, I felt really uncomfortable, but then I listened. I listened. And I realized, hey, I'm not feeling good. So I stopped fighting it and I started listening what is the path or what is the choice at the moment that will allow me well-being again. Because ultimately, if you always in a well-being kind of state, your life is well-being, isn't it? Doesn't matter you have more than this guy or less than that guy. Doesn't matter. You're feeling good. Your life is good. Then you win all the time. And that's a really good place to be. That's happiness. That's joy, and that's deliciousness and fun of life. So today, find time to listen. This week, actually. And for the rest of your life. But start with a day or 2 days and learn how you can listen. Even if you're in a situation which is stressful, if you're in a situation which you're bored, listen. You might get a message that, or a knowing, I don't know how you will get it, everybody gets it differently, but when you listen, you're able to see beyond the physical. You're able to see the forces that direct your life one-on-one with you. And you will understand what you need to do to continue to maintain a well-being. When I ask and then I listen. So there is a situation that comes in my life. It can be even if a good day. I will ask and I will listen. I will practice this. I will ask, am I at the right place? And I will know in my heart if I'm at the right place or not. I will ask, is there something I need to do now? And maybe there will be a yes, go and clean your teeth. I don't know what can happen, you know, every situation, millions other things that can happen, but I was able to shift my life dramatically fast and powerful, in powerful ways, because I was asking and I was listening. And even though people said to me, how can you live this life, look where you are, I was asking and I was listening, am I at the right place, do I need to stay here? And if I get a yes, then that's it. Yes is a yes, you know. So when you get a yes, is a yes. When you get a no, it's a no. If you get you need to do something else, just go with it, you know, to test it a little bit, see how your intuition actually really helps you and directs you in the places that you actually want to go. Because there's an aspect of you which is in a higher level, and or it's all connected, it's not separate, but there's an aspect of you which is energy, so, and can sense it, and the way to do it is by listening. Okay, it's meditation helps you to listen. Being still means listening, but listening, just listen to the sounds around you and the information that comes to you, and you will be able to live a really good life. So this week, whatever happens in your life, challenging, happiness, listen, ask, am I at the right place? And you will get a really quick answer. You will know if you're doing the right thing or not. If you're gonna act upon it or not, that's something else. But at least, the more you listen, the more you know, the more later easier for you it will be to act upon your knowledge. So I wish you a good week. and I'll see you next week.